Like that's not even an insult. That's just the way it is. Like Parcells was the same way.
What do you mean by that though? Like he'll just leave?
I 100%. Why would you get that in the contract?
Right.
Your out is before your first football season at this university.
Yeah, of course. That's like when teams sign a guy and they're like, it's $1 billion contract back in the day, but it was like $5 million guaranteed. You're like, yeah, you're not seeing any of that money.
So again, that was playing off the Cowboys job open, which is gonna, I think, have a whole domino deal. They're gonna try to get in on some of these guys who are interviewing now. We'll remind you again, the window, at least for the time being, of Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson being able to speak was this past weekend. If the Lions roll from here and make it to the Super Bowl, Jerry Jones is never going to get a chance.
Yeah.
My guess is Ben Johnson will be named the head coach somewhere before they win the Super Bowl.
I think a lot of teams.
Or the agreement would be made behind the scenes. The NFL may say, hey, don't announce it.
Right. I think a lot of teams, though, are going to wait to just to see, because there might be multiple coaches still coaching that they want to look at on some of these teams.
Could be some. I mentioned the Ravens earlier.
Yeah.
Monken's become a hot candidate.
Vikings might have a couple candidates on there that could.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Right?
Kellen Moore, maybe. Yeah.
Kellen Moore could get a job.
Kellen Moore might get a job, yeah. I don't know why he would, but yeah.
So do you want to apologize to the audience, or does that cover it? I don't know every quote and its place from 27 years ago.
I was going to run out in the traffic because of it, and then you talked me out of it, and I read a passage of the book, and now I feel like, I'm just going to ruin somebody's car. There's no point.
Maybe we need to fake that we have the book. Don't listen to this, everybody, and have like 5 excerpts. So anytime
already ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm sure I can find them online. You could probably buy like an audio book of it or something, or I'll just listen to it in between.
I mean, why not pay for
Can we just play it on air while I'm here, and then I just feel better during the
audiobook? Just drop it on you.
Every once in a while, just play a passage.
All right. In about 15 minutes, we're going to check in with a dude who works in Dallas, get into the Cowboys head coaching stuff. Also, he was at the Cotton Bowl with Texas and Ohio State, so we'll get his take on. I say the Cotton Bowl. It was at the Jerry Dome, but we'll get his take. Ari, not that Ari. Different Ari.
Oh, okay.
Ari from SiriusXM.
Not depressed Ari.
One of the things I want to hit him with, we've got, are these competing takes on this or just an update? Well, first of all, you saw Vincenzo from Raider Nation Radio? Vinny? That Vinny?
No. Oh, yeah. Well, there's 2 Vinnies. Vinny Bonsignore, that
right,
Vinny. Yeah.
Right.
Yes. He posted something about the Raiders that was like in a national post on DraftKings. It was like a picture of Vinny.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, hey, Vinny. But that wasn't the take that I was yeah, that's 2 competing things because it's 2 different things. But yeah, the other thing was talking about Dion apparently, according to The Athletic, does not want to come to the Raiders.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that backwards before I had to go right out in front of a car. Dion, the Raiders don't want Dion, according to The Athletic.
It reads, there's been some buzz about University of Colorado head coach Deion Sanders, but the Raiders have, quote, 0 interest in hiring him, according to league source. Let's see. That same person said agents, using the stubbornly quiet Raiders for leverage goes as far back as the franchise's losing. I find that last statement interesting. The stubbornly quiet. I like when the Raiders are quiet. I like when UNLV is quiet.
Yeah, the better.
I think the death knell of an organization is leaking a bunch of stuff and having rival factions within an organization. So I agree. I don't know who this source is, but
I also, the first thing I thought of too
Shut up.
Was Tom Brady being involved in this, because I don't think Dion, like if Tom Brady's looking at a coach, he's looking at what he's used to, I think, or what he thinks would work. I don't think he thinks Dion would be a good fit for the Raiders.
Why not?
It doesn't seem like the kind of move that Tom Brady would want to make. He'd want like a guy who, I don't know how to explain it, but like he would want more of like an organizational guy who's a proven track record. And I think that he feels like it'd be too much drama, a quiet guy. He's just a Belichick who never speaks. He's going to have Dion come in. I just feel like that's not like his flavor.
I don't know that you can assume that.
Well, I'm just assuming. If they're saying
that's what we do.
If they're saying the Raiders don't want him, that means they spoke to somebody, and I feel like that would be somebody Tom Brady wouldn't want. That's just my opinion.
It could be Richard Seymour.
Could be.
He's on the inner circle.
Could be.
What if it were Jim Gray? Doesn't like Deion Sanders.
Could be.
You're not going to address the Jim Gray suggestion that he's part of the inner circle?
I don't know. Whenever I think of Jim Gray, I think of Pete Rose for some reason. That interview.
Of course you do. Yes, everyone does. Did Paul Gutierrez did he not double, triple, and quadruple down on Jim Gray being in the inner circle of decision makers?
Yeah, absolutely did.
Yep.
I mean, whatever.
It's not a whatever. That's very concerning.
Well, I don't know Jim Gray, but I don't think he would want the honest coach either. So
That's my point.
Yeah.
How much sway does he have?
that's a good point.
When does he call Lotus Broadcasting on behalf of the Raiders and say, get those anti-Jim Gray people out of there?
Right.
Maybe he has that much power. Maybe he
Yeah.
could affect the radio careers of people.
Gives you more photography time. Have at it, Jim.
Look at the Salerno stared me down like I was Jim Gray. I like that. The aggression. You're a wild card. This
Hey, man.
guy's an animal. He doesn't care.
Mm.
He will go full. If he loses the radio job because of some political thing, he will go full Griage, which I think one means going and taking out the guy who's killing Burrows.
Well, let's not look. I'm not going to put my name out there because if this does happen, I had nothing to do with it. But yeah, that would be.
I love the fact that we have a really a life decision wild card in Salerno. You've already said it.
Yeah.
You are buying one of our company vehicles.
Mhm.
You're probably going to sleep in it a lot.
Yep.
And you might just disappear.
It's very possible. I look. This
This
might
could
not.
be it, folks. Enjoy the final couple of weeks before he says, "Frig it, I'm gone." That's why you bought that truck.
Yeah,
I know.
If you haven't seen the movie Red Dawn, I feel like that's what's coming, and I might be living in the woods soon.
I have to watch it again, and this could be the story of Graig Salerno.
I'll hit you guys up from the woods.
Maybe you won't hit us up. Maybe you'll be gone for
That's
3
true.
months. We lose people mysteriously for months and years. at a
I'll
time.
call him with book passages occasionally.
We have a guy who left for the Czech Republic. I ain't heard from him since.
Good morning.
Vegas is built on service.
Video lights on, please.
3 shifts a day.
All right, let's do this.
As your morning begins,
It's showtime. We have a lot to talk about live on the program for the next 3 hours.
to do our part, News 3 Today delivers Las Vegas stories that shape your community.
Just in some breaking news on the economic front.
So, whether it's late breaking,
Breaking news.
bumper to bumper,
Avoid using flamingo.
or clearing skies,
No showers anticipated.
it's News 3 Today.
Hi, sports fans. It's the Herd. In sports, we often talk about a difference maker. Well, in business, there are difference makers as well. Ford Country in the Valley Auto Mall is one of them. With every new vehicle purchase, you get the Ford Country difference. Free dent, scratch, and windshield repair, and key replacement for a full year. In addition to great service and unbeatable pricing, you get game-changing protection exclusively at Ford Country in the Valley Auto Mall. Check them out online at FordCountryHenderson.com.
I'm Eli Manning.
And I'm Peyton Manning. We want to tell you about the Caesars Sportsbook Nevada app with Caesars Rewards.
You can instantly redeem your Caesars Reward credits for sports bets right on the app.
You can also use the Caesars Reward credits earned on the app for meals and experiences at 15 resorts across the state, including the Bacchanal Buffet at Caesars Palace.
Don't forget those tier credits. With your wagers on the Caesars Sportsbook Nevada app, you can unlock free parking and much more.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Regardless of the economy, one world you can control is your home. So invest in it with custom window treatments from Sunburst Shutters and Window Fashions. Sunburst will make your current home look brand new, and you'll get better control of light and temperature. No matter what home improvements you're making, include custom window treatments from Sunburst. For over 45 years, Sunburst has been transforming homes beautifully. Sunburst Shutters and Window Fashions. We don't just do it right, we do it better.
Call 702-367-1600 or visit sunburstshutterslasvegas.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's Cofield and Company on ESPN Las Vegas and ESPN Reno.
That was brought to you by Battleborn Injury Lawyers, 766-1400. You can call that number for the office is in Northern Nevada, downtown Vegas, Summerlin, Henderson, 766-1400. We got some feedback on what we said earlier.
Uh-oh.
Now you're in trouble.
Great.
Now, someone at All Star 702 said, "Did you say Showgirls from 15 years ago?" The person says, "More like 30 years ago." Oops.
That's true.
It is 1995.
Yeah, wasn't that the girl from Saved by the Bell?
Yes. Yes. Jessie Spano.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Berkley. And she played Nomi Malone.
That's right.
And then Gina Gershon was in there, and they were amped up the whole movie.
That pool scene, boy.
Boy. This person says, more like 30 years ago, I remember working in a movie theater as a 16-year-old and watching it. I mean, that's a dream.
That is cool.
That's a good movie for a 16-year-old.
Hell yeah.
I mean, take that back.
Well, if you're the 16-year-old man.
That's like every movie I remember from 1984 to 1987.
Yeah.
Just give you enough of a jolt as one of the Utes.
A lot of them were through the squiggly lines, so I couldn't really pick up the story. But
another one of the felonies you committed.
No, that's not a felony, is it?
I mean, there are stories of someone bragging on national radio about stealing DirecTV.
I didn't steal it
back in the day with
it was through squiggly lines
with one of the illegal cards.
Oh yeah, I had a friend that was doing that.
DirecTV's like, you just admitted to stealing.
Dude.
It was on the Imus show. Like, are you a moron?
The feds came to this guy's house, I know, and took all his stuff. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, they've got driverless taxis now in Vegas. We've seen them around. They have those spinning things on top.
Yeah.
I know about the ones in LA because the significant other and her friends, they take Waymo.
I see.
But I thought I saw a Waymo going ham at the airport, just driving in circles last week. So they're here.
Yeah.
And they can be used. Will you use?
I saw it in Phoenix too. I guess I would, but I just saw an article the other day. Two of them wrecked into each other going somewhere, but I don't know what company they were from. But yeah, I mean, it looks kind of weird. It's the gyros, like you said, all over it, and then it looks weird.
Well, they don't get on the highway, right?
I don't know. Because I saw them, when I saw them, they were downtown Phoenix. I haven't seen them ones out here yet, but I've seen them in downtown Phoenix.
If it's just local driving, surface streets.
Yeah. I guess so.
You in?
Yeah, I guess. I might do it on the highway too, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of scary.
I don't think I'm in.
Yeah. Even local streets?
I'm very controlling about driving.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you one of those people that's like, that you drive really slow and stuff?
No.
Oh.
But I like to drive all the time.
I see.
There's rarely been a girlfriend over the years where I just assumed I'm driving. Like, I didn't even ask. I'm like, give me the keys.
Yeah, girls usually want you to drive their cars, I find too. I do that a lot.
I did that when I was like 17, maybe 19, 20. Just right away, I'm like, give me the car.
Yeah.
It wasn't even her car. It was her dad's car. It's like, I'm driving.
It depends on where you're going too, because a lot of times if I'm driving to LA or something and the girl doesn't want to drive, it works out for them perfect because they sit there.
Is this the masculine energy that people are all mad about with
Zuckerberg?
You saw this whole thing, right?
I don't know.
He's been talking about the masculine energy and
really?
Who started
see that?
Who started with the masculine energy that got people all mad? It was a few months back.
Oh, a few months. I'll say it's been about 5-6 years now of this masculinity talk. I couldn't tell you who started it.
It's so dumb. This macho stuff is just so sickening and annoying. And it's like the weakest people that do it too. It's like the biggest pussies in the world are the ones that are like, hey, tough guy macho. You know, it's like, come on.
Zuck does know jujitsu. He does. So is he weak? He looks weak.
I mean, yeah, he looks weak.
Probably take you down.
I guess.
Here we go. Here's another story from Greg.
Well, I'm just saying.
Didn't I challenge you last week about someone's taekwondo? And you're like, well, you don't.
I said you might be surprised.
I'm like, they would light you up, and you're like, hey, you might be surprised.
I don't know. Trained for a long time.
That's right. You trained in boxing.
Yeah, for a long time.
I think even the former professional athletes we have on the show, he still may be the most well-rounded athlete who's ever been a regular on Cofield and Company. Now he's a boxer.
I don't fight anymore. Allegiant Stadium is the home to world-class